Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Mark 1 Tower, this is Albatross 1-3, requesting permission to land, over.
I don't need a computer to tell me how to land a damn airplane.
6.
Heads-up display, check.
5,
Lasers, check.
4,
Particle beam, check.
3,
Photon bolts, check.
2,
Chair control, check.
1.
Let's do it.
Broadcasting from a secret underground location somewhere in Mos Eisley, this is the Docking Bay 77 podcast. Make yourself comfortable. The show is about to start. Hello and welcome to the Docking Bay 77 podcast. I am your host, Dayton Johnson. Welcome to our last top 7 list of the year. We started this run with our top 7 albums of the 2000s. Now it's time to count down our top 7 films of that same decade. Joining me traveling back to the 2000s, it is the voice of reason. It is Amber Lewis. Hello, Amber.
Hello.
And my right-hand man, the guy that keeps the lights on and organized, it is Disney John.
Howdy do, sir.
And the Broadway references guy, it is Robert.
Hello. And I'm just so excited to finally be in a decade where you all were born, finally. So, you know.
We were alive in the 70s and 80s and 90s. That's just harsh.
Well,
Damn,
I'm the old man here. I
yes,
gotta, you know.
That's fine. You just have more wisdom than the rest of us. That's what you look
You're
at.
all like, I saw it when I was in high school. I saw it when I was in college, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, you know.
Fuck you. I was at my second job already. Okay.
I know. We
Yeah.
were at dinner last night and he made a reference to something in 1973 and I whispered to Liam, like, I wasn't born yet.
I was two. I was at least alive there. All right.
Hush, all of you. Anyway,
I
think
five,
we have
Robert.
some movie to talk about. Let's move
We
along.
we do. So those that have listened to our fandoms episode and our directors episode know the format that we're going to do. But for those who haven't, what we're going to do is each person gets to count down their top 7 lists. They're going to go from 7 to 2, drop some honorable mentions, and then hit their number 1, and we'll move on to the next person. For this episode, it's going to be Amber first, then Disney John, then Robert, and I'm batting cleanup. So, Amber, how did you build your list?
So I tried to be scientific about it and I went to a website. I can't remember which one it was, but I Googled like movies from 2000 to 2001 and I went through the list and I wrote down the ones that I had seen that I liked.
Right.
And so I did that for like every year. And then I went through those and started culling like, okay, I like this one, but I'll never watch it again, or
Fair.
you know, that sort of thing. And then it was kind of easy to come up with 6. And then the 7th one kept changing and changing and changing and changing until just about an hour ago it changed again.
Nice.
But
All right.
I'm content with this list. I'm okay with it. And I just did mine in like chronological order. So starting with 2000 and continuing on.
Sounds good. Let's hear it.
All right. So number 7 from 2000, Best in Show.
Oh, good way to kick it off. Love that one.
This, in my opinion, is the funniest of the Christopher Guest mockumentaries. I think partly because for some reason it's more accessible. I feel like Waiting for Guffman is such a like niche market.
Yeah, right.
And like kind of This Is Spinal Tap too. But Best in Show, I feel like anybody can watch and just fall off the couch laughing. It's
so good.
If you haven't seen it, it tells about a group of people showing their dogs at the prestigious fictional Mayflower Dog Show. It's the best ensemble of the guest players. They're all at the top of their game. And of course, the dogs are adorable. So if anybody has watched the Westminster Dog Show on Thanksgiving Day, you'll recognize the drama and the hilarity, and it just adds like a whole nother layer to that experience. It was nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Motion Picture Comedy. And fun fact, over 60 hours of footage was shot from a 16-page outline, and the rest
Wow.
was improvisation.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then they, put together this movie that, I mean, I can quote it and fall apart laughing. Like, I don't even have to watch the movie. So yeah, Best in Show, number 7. So then for something completely different, number 6 from 2001, Gosford Park.
Oh.
Yay!
I push this movie so hard because I think people just may think, oh, that's just not my type of thing. And really it is. It's a murder mystery set in an old English manor. It's the precursor to Downton Abbey, but there is nothing stuffy or quiet or melodramatic about it. There's a huge ensemble cast featuring like most, if not all, of the British acting establishment. Like anybody and everybody you've ever heard of is in this movie. And I love that all the clues are there if you're paying attention, but there's also a ton of red herrings that also like pull your focus every time. And I don't know, Robert and I may argue about this, but I don't think anybody saw who done it. I don't think even the most astute viewer got it on the first go around. So it's fun to watch and then watch again. And, it was nominated for 6 Oscars and won for Best Original Screenplay. And the director, Robert Altman, used personal microphones, instead of like a boom mic, and always kept the camera moving. So you feel like you're eavesdropping on the conversations. So I tell everybody, because of this, you need to watch it with subtitles on or you're going to miss some of like the really funny, snarky things that Maggie Smith says, but also like you could miss some clues too. So, so that one's my number 6.
So far, both your movies I've owned physical copies of. So this is going to be interesting if this keeps going.
Of course.
And what I love about Gosford is that it's Robert Altman, who's like so like Americana with Nashville and all of his movies.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Like, meanwhile, I'm going to do my same thing with the multiple actors, multiple storylines, overlapping dialogue, but I'm going to like do it in 1930 in England. And it just, when I was like, Altman? What?
Right?
This is not like Merchant Ivory or I don't know, Richard Curtis or somebody. It was, but yeah, brilliant choice. You're 2 for 2. Keep going.
Right?
Woo!
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I'd be willing to bet Dayton does not own a physical copy of
I've been
number
challenged.
5.
Ooh, I want the answer right away once this drops. Let's go.
From 2002, The Hours.
I've seen it, but I don't own it.
I'm impressed that you saw it. From the look on your face, I thought you were going to go, huh?
Come on. I'm insulted. I am insulted.
I'm so sorry. So this is the story of how the novel Mrs. Dalloway affects 3 generations of women, all of whom, in one way or another, have had to deal with suicide in their lives. It was nominated for 9 Oscars. Nicole Kidman won for Best Actress. And I was in from the very beginning. I love Virginia Woolf's writing. I love the novel Mrs. Dalloway. I loved the book The Hours, but I thought it was like completely unfilmable. And
You're
so I heard
proven
that,
wrong.
Really?
yeah, I heard they were making it into a movie, and I was like, how? This is gonna suck. And I was so wrong. It was just gut-wrenching and beautiful, and I absolutely just adore it. And the women in it are amazing. Julianne Moore's in it. Meryl Streep's in it. Like I said, Nicole Kidman plays Virginia Woolf, and it's one of her best performances. She just completely disappears
Right.
in this movie.
The nose helps.
It really
did help.
does.
It did, yeah.
Right.
Because she's so beautiful, and we have issues with her plastic surgery, but she is a beautiful woman, and so it can be distracting because she's just Nicole Kidman. So to have that prosthetic and have that really good, aging makeup, and then she changed her voice. I mean, it's just a brilliant performance, and it's sad, but it's beautiful, and I can't say enough about it. And it's the rare, like, the movie is as good as the book
Oh, yeah.
situation. Well, moving on to a movie where no one has had any work done.
Hot damn.
Number 4, The Triplets of Belleville,
Oh,
from
love
2003.
So good. So good.
This is one of the best non-Disney animated films ever made.
Agreed.
It has this very strange artistic sensibility where everything in it is kind of ugly, but you love it. It's still beautiful. And the story is just intense, but like there's a heart and soul there as well. It uses really no dialogue.
Correct.
And 1930s jazz music to tell the story of a Tour de France rider, his devoted grandmother, and the singers who helped them survive a mobster's dastardly scheme. It was nominated for 2 Oscars, Best Original Song and Best Animated Film, but it was up against Finding Nemo.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Fair.
Yes, it is.
And the song Into the West from Return of the King, which like won everything that year. So
Right.
like, what are you gonna do? But the interesting thing about it is, other than the main characters, the singers, musicians, and cyclists that you see in the film are all based on real people. So like you see Fred Astaire and Django Reinhardt and all these real people from the 30s like popping in and out, and it's really cool. But seriously, people, be brave.
Oh, it's so good.
Just trust me. You will be so happy.
Trust the voice of reason.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm looking at some of the imagery from it right now. It's like it is kind of
this time. It's not a blanket endorsement of Amber's picks in everything.
I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling
She's
more
on a roll.
confident about my list. I'm on a roll now.
Yeah.
So moving on to number 3, kind of following along a similar theme, from 2006, of course, Pan's Labyrinth.
Yes, I was hoping you put it on this list. I was like, there's no way she's leaving this off.
Right. If you listen to our top 7 directors episode, my number 1 pick, Guillermo del Toro. This is his fairy tale set during the Spanish Civil War. It has one of the worst villains ever. And
worst by you mean best?
Yes, he's awful. He's absolutely awful.
He's just disgusting. Like but some of the most creatively beautiful creatures in like all of the fantasy genre. Like it's like with Triplets of Belleville, you're kind of taken aback, but then you're drawn into them, and they're ugly, but they're beautiful, and they're scary, but they're kind, and it's just amazing. It won 3 Oscars for cinematography, art direction, and makeup. And Guillermo del Toro gave up his entire salary, including back-end profits, to see that the film was made. And to this day, he believes it was worth it. And I 100% agree. This is absolutely my favorite of his. Like, I don't, as good as all his other movies are, nothing I think will ever top this one.
No.
I am not a Guillermo del Toro fan. Like, he's not like one of my primary watches, but I do remember watching this thinking like, wow, this is pretty incredible. Right. And I did not realize that it was Guillermo. So like, I might actually have to go back and watch this again, because I'm traveling along with you all through the art of, the internet. Because like so far I don't think I've heard of any of the ones until Pan's Labyrinth of the movies that you've.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. You
Yeah, I
have so
know.
much good stuff waiting
Yes.
for you though.
I'm like typing them into my document right now, going like, I need to watch that one and that one. So, but yeah, I do remember Pan's Labyrinth thinking like, wow, this is like
It's
probably the most hearty film that I've ever watched, right? Up to that
Yes.
point in my life. And but it was, yeah, I need to go back and watch that because I'm looking at going like some of the imagery and I'm like, I remember this. This was really good. I need to
Well,
I
and
need to see this
also
again.
like if you haven't seen it, you need to just do yourself a favor and plan to watch it twice.
Yeah. Mhm.
Because
yes.
it's got subtitles, it's in Spanish. So the first time you're going to be focused on the dialogue
Yep.
and your attention is going to be split and divided. But the second time, you know what's going to happen. You can relax and just look at the imagery and just see this beautiful story unfold. And you don't really even need the dialogue. Like it's just beautiful.
Mhm.
So,
It is.
but just plan ahead.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
going to need 2 times.
That's the truth.
Right. Number 2.
Moving right along, number 2. 2006 was the year that like kept on giving, in my opinion. Because here we have another one. My personal all-time favorite Spike Lee film, Inside Man.
Nice.
You've got Denzel Washington, Clive Owen, Jodie Foster, and Christopher Plummer. And that's not even counting like all of the, secondary characters that are also amazing and amazing actors and performances. There is a twist that you will never see coming, a fabulous soundtrack. This movie is a little bit of an anomaly because Spike Lee didn't write the screenplay. It was initially going to be directed by Ron Howard, but he dropped out to make Cinderella Man. And Spike jumped in, I think, to the betterment of all.
Oh yeah.
And this movie also has a lot of improvised scenes. And he pays homage to another heist movie, the 70s film Dog Day Afternoon.
That's a good one.
So there's a lot of little winks and nods in there, a lot of little Easter eggs from other Spike Lee films. And it's arguably like his most commercial I think, film that he ever made.
I agree with that.
And,
Yeah, for Spike Lee, yeah.
And I love Spike. I love his films. And to see him do something that's kind of out of the box for him, but still like raises it to a different level is just amazing. And it's Denzel. I mean,
It's a good movie.
Right? Yeah, it is.
It's a very good movie.
God, I love it so much. Even knowing the twist, like, I don't care.
Doesn't matter.
It's such a fun ride. Like, and it's fun to go. That's another one to go back and revisit and see, like, can you see the clues? Can you see where because he tells you.
Yeah.
In so many different ways, like, this is who did it and this is how. But, you got to wait for the twist.
I don't think I realized this was a Spike Lee film until just now. Like, because I've never been into directors until I got on this podcast and you all started to talk about directors and stuff. And so I'm starting to identify some trends in my life. But this was a fantastic film. Like, I remember watching this one going like, oh, this is so good. This is so good. And then the twist happens. You're like, hell, this is great.
Yes.
Yeah, it was so good.
Well, and I love Jodie Foster playing this kind of unusual for her, this like ice queen, very cold and calculated and just, she's just as diabolical as any of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So what I like about this one is I kind of compare it to The Usual Suspects, where once I knew the end, and I guessed before who Kaiser Soze was.
Because I had no clue.
I have not watched that film since because to me it kind of sucks all the joy out of that movie. This one is not the same. This one is worth rewatching just because of how well it is put together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fun to watch and look for the clues. The other one is like once I knew the ending, I was like, okay, I'm good. I never have to watch this again.
That's kind of my measure of whether I like a whodunit or not, or I like a thriller. Some of them like Dead Again, which we talk about all the time. Like once you know all the twists and turns, you watch it again and you're like, oh wow, oh my God, there, look at that. Oh, I didn't see that.
Right?
And things get revealed. And there's other ones, and I won't name them, but there's other ones that you watch it again and you're like, well, yeah, they pulled the rug out from under me, but I would never have known that, and nothing in the film hinted that. It's like they just spliced on a different ending after a bad test score or something, you know. And so yeah, if you can watch it again and first still enjoy it, but also see that they played fair all the way through.
Right.
That to me always puts
Yes.
it right at the top of the list.
100%.
And so far, for those keeping score at home, I own 4 of the 6 you so far listed.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Well, except for this new one, I may not do a list. I may just say what Amber said, and then throw in. I went to all this trouble. I said I had not actually seen Inside Man, so I'm off to Netflix after.
Oh, yes, you
Oh,
are.
Robert, you have 2
Very good.
now.
Enjoy, sir.
I know.
Enjoy.
I know.
Don't look blank. You have to watch Sinners before the end of the year. You have homework.
I wrote it down. I'm writing it down again.
All right. So honorable mentions real quick. My all-time favorite, I've seen this movie. I don't even know how many times. I'll turn it on for no reason at all. What Lies Beneath with Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer. I adore it. I don't care, Dayton.
I was trying to be nice.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I love the lore that Robert Zemeckis and Tom Hanks were making Castaway. They shot the first half of the movie where Tom Hanks is heavier set and, not stranded on a deserted island. And then they took a break so he could lose a bunch of weight. And Zemeckis was like, I'm just going to make this little ghost story. And then it made like $1 gajillion at the box office. And I'm sorry, I love it. I think it's fabulous. It's like one of my favorites. So that's an honorable mention. Another horror movie that is like one of my favorite things, The Descent.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
I love any movie where women are competent and doing competent things.
Amen.
And mistakes are made, but
Yes, there are.
that's just life. It's terrifying and just a great horror movie. And then this one was the one that I had on my list the longest and was the hardest to cut, and I did it like right before showtime. The Dark Knight.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. For me, this is the best, well, second best, but comic book movie like ever made. And definitely the best of like the modern era.
What's number 1?
Superman.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I mean, Christopher Nolan, my love for him, and he knows how to just get out of an actor's way and let them explode. And just the sorrow of losing Heath Ledger after this.
No
I mean,
kidding.
his career was just gonna skyrocket.
Oh my God, was it ever?
It's just so sad, but we still have, this amazing movie. And that, he won the posthumous Oscar for. And fun fact, this is the only Batman film in which neither Wayne Manor nor the Batcave is shown.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Oh. It is. It is,
Yeah.
is it? Oh, wow.
How about that?
That's
Right?
pretty cool. That's a great movie, though. I mean, like,
It was a great movie, yes.
This was Chris Nolan's first foray into the
Second. He did Batman
Second.
Begins.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes.
No, this was the much better of the two.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed. It's the best of the 3.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
for sure. Well, we don't talk about Bruno, but
No.
Okay.
Dark Knight Rises is not. We don't talk about him.
Oh, I like that one, but whatever.
Oh, you and Liam need to have your own special throwdown on everything.
We should
He
start
will
having
tell you
versus
everything that's wrong
episodes.
about.
I'm sure he
Dark Knight
can. I don't
Rises.
care.
All right, so getting to my number 1 again. This was just chronological order. So, again from 2006, which was just a banger year. People,
Apparently so.
The Departed.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
right.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
My second favorite Scorsese film. This movie, I felt like for the very first time, I really understood like the stakes in undercover work. Like, I
Right.
don't know why that trope never like clicked with me before this movie, but Leonardo DiCaprio described his character as being in a 24-hour constant panic attack. And like you feel it in this
Yep.
movie. Like I have never been so scared. Every scene he has with Jack Nicholson, like my stomach's in knots, like my
Right.
heart is racing. It just is, it's so delightfully stressful. um and then it also, by the way, this movie has the best final shot like ever. I adore it. Like it's kind of, you know, a little too on the nose, but I love it anyway. It's so good. It did win 4 Oscars for Best Picture. Marty finally got his Best Director statue, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Editing. You've got like fabulous Boston accents. Like every male actor is in this and they're great. You know, it's a little sad that there's really only one woman, but that's okay. Some stories are just like that.
Right.
And she is really good. Vera Farmiga is, for what
She's
they gave her
awesome
to
in
do,
everything.
she's really good.
Yeah, she's awesome in everything. So
So I don't know. I felt like it was kind of an obvious choice, but it's just so damn good.
it is. It is. And you know what? Going back to your pick for When Like What Lies Beneath, it mentioning that in the story, but you know, they shot up between Castaway segments. It occurred to me just now that I never once had Castaway on my list, and now I'm kind of mad at myself.
I had it on for a long
Oh.
time and finally had to let it go.
It never
Yeah.
even showed up on my list. It was the most boring piece of movie. I've ever
Oh no
watched.
no.
Oh my goodness.
Where's the
I will
mute
not.
button?
It was
I
a
was gonna
boring
say-
movie.
It was not.
You're the
I will
host of
say-
this shindig. Turn his mic off.
it is the film with the greatest plane crash scene ever.
I'll give you
That-
that.
Yes.
That plane
And
is just
I had high
absolutely
hopes,
amazing.
and then after that, it was like 3.5 hours of just like, why am I watching this?
Okay, well, first of all, it wasn't that long.
It felt like it. There should have been.
And
That's
second
all right.
of all,
John
like-
likes the very commercial things. We know
I
this.
know.
No, I
The-
watched it. I seriously, I watched it.
I'm sorry,
watched it
I
at my
love that
parents' house
movie.
the year that
I love
don't.
that movie.
It's just
Yeah.
I watched it
I
once.
saw
was
it
like,
in the theater,
never.
and like everybody in that theater, we all had an experience. Like it
Yeah.
was one of those movies where we gasped and cried, and it was a whole situation.
No, not even
I
close.
saw it in the theater too, and I remember that I saw it, and I remember all the the volleyball jokes later, but like I
Right.
remember nothing about that movie whatsoever. It made no
Yeah.
impression on me at all.
Wow. Well, at any rate, I'm very happy with my list. I
Yes.
finally brought it together.
Oh, your
and-
list is. I've got plenty to watch from your list. Seriously.
Yes.
Yes. And by the way, John, I have a copy of Inside Man if you want to borrow that.
I
And
don't need
Pan's
to borrow
Labyrinth.
that. I've seen. That's the one
No,
I've
it's
seen.
Robert
Pan-
needs
yes.
to see it.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
I need Inside Man, but the rest I've got under
Okay.
under control.
All right. Sounds
Nice.
good.
Great list, Amber. Seriously.
Yes, it is. It is.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, so I guess I'm up next, and
Yes.
what I did was I went out and I went to different top 100s from the 2000s, 1 to 10, and I went through them. I was just like, let me see what happened during that time, because for me there was a big transition period. I'd just gotten out of the Navy. I've got a job at some startup computer company. Like there's a lot of change going on in my life, and then I started college during that time, so it was like a lot for me. So I was like, what the hell even played during the 2000s? I don't even remember. So I went and I did that. I went through the whole list, and I was like, okay, I just started grabbing names. I'm like, oh, I remember that movie. Like anything that made an impression on me that I remember from that time meant something. So I started pulling movies out. Then I realized I should avoid Disney movies. So about 40% of my list went away.
Right.
And then I avoided movies that we have done on the podcast before. I apologize, guys. My dog is in the background barking.
We can't hear it.
Okay,
We
good.
can't hear it.
She's just barking. And then I only cheated once for my entire list. Like I put 3 movies into one because it's a trilogy. And
jeez.
it counts.
Oh.
Well, okay, no, they all happened during the time frame, so they count. That's how I justified it. But that's what I did for me. Like, because like honestly, 2000s, like the 2010 decade or 2000 decade was for me, a very upheaval time for me. Like I was
Right.
traveling and working and everything like that. So for me, it was like I wasn't able to go to the theater every week to go see movies or anything like that. So this is how I built my list. So starting off at number 7, and this is the cheat. I went with the Bourne trilogy.
Very good.
Because I loved the first one. I loved the cinematography for it. Like during the fight scenes, you really felt like you were in the fight scenes because I mean, like you're getting punched and you're moving around and it's really jerky camera movements. Now, my wife can't watch this one because of the jerky camera movements. It really like nauseates her. But I loved it. I mean, like in 2002, you get hit with Bourne Identity. 2 years later, you get hit with a Bourne Supremacy. You're thinking it's over. It's like, oh, no. But wait, 2007, you got the Bourne Ultimatum. And it was just great to see an interesting storyline built on this movie, or I'm sorry, built on this book by, I think it was, one of those military writers, but
isn't it Ludlum?
Yeah, Ludlum. That's it. Thank you.
Yep.
And I thought I had that in my notes. I'm like looking for it. I don't see it, but it was such a good one. I will watch this all the time. I genuinely like the series. I've done like, like, hey, I've got nothing to do for the entire day. I'm going to watch the Bourne Supremacy. So I really enjoyed it. I like those actiony movies anyhow, but like this one was really cool because it was to me was a new storytelling device of like, I don't know my past. Let me find out what this Ultimate Soldier thing is. And it was really good. I had the Bourne Identity on my list for a while. So
Yes.
it's actually in my honorable mentions. So
oh yes. Okay, that makes me feel real happy because that's great.
Well, and also it turned Matt Damon into an action hero.
It really did.
He really wasn't at that point. Everyone's like, Matt Damon, what? And he totally
he
earned
earned that role.
Yes.
He fell into that role and he became a really great action figure from that point forward in the 2000s. And I just, my God, what a great.
Well,
what
it was funny
series.
because I remember watching the Richard Chamberlain version, which is like all spy, he was not a fight scene kind of guy.
Right.
So then watching the Bourne Identity, it was like, just blew your mind. Like,
Right.
oh, this is super spy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like those as well, just because I feel like each movie kind of is boiled down to like one action set piece.
Oh yeah,
so
each one has a primo.
Like Bourne
car
Identity,
chase.
isn't that the one with where he beats the hell out of the guy with the magazine?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the house, right after
yeah.
the
Not just that. There's actually quite a few. I mean, from like when he's in the embassy, when he's there's so many, like when he gets when they're at the farmhouse and they find him there. That whole
one of the
yeah, because then he like distracts him by blowing some, like just smokes. So there's lots of really good. It's really well paced. And once again, one of my honorable mentions for directors, Doug Liman.
Okay.
Yes, I feel like I need to rewatch them because like the space that this movie fills like got taken over by Mission Impossible.
Fair.
Because there's so many of them and they're more recent, and I kind of forgot about it. So yeah, and revisit these.
And that's fair. I mean, they even did a TV show around it, right? So I mean, and you'll see that from my list, primarily it's mainly like kind of actiony type films because I mean, coming in at number 6 is Taken because I have a special set of skills. Okay, I didn't even take the whole series on this one because I figured that'd be a double cheat, and I wasn't.
No, but the first one was.
The first one is.
Oh my God!
It was a
first one was
surprise.
amazing.
Yes.
It was so good, and it really like this came out in 2008, and it really like kicked off the entire franchise for Taken. Because there's like even an episodic, I think, on one of the on one of the streaming services that I watched and was like wasn't bad. I mean, it was pretty good. Because I liked the series, or like the movie sets.
Right.
But the first one was just like when he goes, "I've got a special set of skills," and I'm like, and I'm not afraid to use them. I'm like,
and even before that, when he's talking to his daughter, on the phone, and he has to like kind of brace up and say, okay, this is what's going to happen to you. And I need you to give me this information so I can come find you.
Yep.
Right.
Like, how horrible is that to have this conversation with what is she, 18?
Yeah, she was super young.
Yeah, she's like a baby. And he's like, okay, so you're getting kidnapped.
This is going to happen. You're going to be found. This is what's going to happen. This is what I need you to do for me in order for me. I'm like, and the whole scene was like, horrifying, right?
Yes.
Father on the phone with the daughter who's getting kidnapped for whatever reason, and you're just like, oh my God. just fabulous film. The chase, like the whole chase of him going after his daughter, was fantastic. I mean, Liam Neeson has done a lot of other action films, but this is the one that everyone should know him for.
Yes.
Just fabulous film. All right, Dayton, I told you before we started all this that some of my picks were going to be kind of out there. Coming in number 5 is 300.
Oh, that's all right. I like that one.
God. No.
Oh, such a great movie. Okay, it was so artistically done that I didn't think I was going to like it. I was like, well, I'm going to watch this movie. And it was so good. What, you don't like beefcakes all
Why
greased
didn't
up?
you think you weren't going to like it? This is like right up your alley.
No, because it was really artsy. I mean, like it was
because
really artsy.
the look,
stylized.
Very stylized. Yes,
I did not think I was going to like it because of that. Because I'm like, I don't like those stylized movies that are just like almost anime-ish in the way that they do it. But it had a strong enough story that I felt like it went through and moved through, and the action was good enough. And then you get the camaraderie. I guess I should have seen it because of the whole soldiery thing that's going on in the camaraderie. But it kind of took me by surprise. I'm not gonna lie, it was such a good movie. It was way better than I thought it would be. But yeah, I mean, 300. That's one of my out there picks for this one because I don't think you would have seen that one coming.
I don't know. I think it's kind of like right in your wheelhouse.
Okay.
So, to be really honest, I mean,
that's great.
I have a copy of so far. By the way, Amber, if you do really want to rewatch the Bourne movies, I have those on DVD.
Oh yes,
so I let you borrow this.
Yeah, because I don't think they're streaming.
All right, so coming in. Oh wait, there it is. Coming in at number 4. This should be absolutely no surprise. Is Avatar.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Actually, that's an honor. So you have 2 of my honorable mentions. Thank you very much.
Boom, you are so welcome, sir. I loved Avatar so much. It was a new story.
4 tries, and I've slept through it every time.
And that's okay. Like honestly, I get that this is not for everybody. But I will tell you, I mean, I love. But I know
Avatar. You guys love that damn movie.
Yeah, we're going to see it. We're going to see the 3rd one.
Oh yeah, baby, we are going. I cannot wait. Like Avatar was great. Then Avatar: The Way of Water was fantastic. We sat there for 3 hours. We walked out at almost 1 o'clock in the morning. We were like, how long was that? Oh damn, look at that.
It didn't feel that long at all.
It was such a good movie. So I'm really looking for. Like, it was so good. So Avatar, absolutely, with the Na'vi, with the paralyzed Marine, like being able to walk again in this Na'vi body, like just and then the undertones of the ecological hell that humans create on any planet that they're going to be on is just so powerful.
I mean, but you could just watch Fern Gully and Curry and
did you really just compare Fern Gully to Avatar?
It's the same exact movie.
No,
it's not either.
Close.
No, it's actually. Some people have said that Avatar is just Dances with Wolves in space, and I'm like, yep, I'm okay with that because it's
that's
still
your
awesome.
favorite movie. So
I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. Avatar was so good. I mean, it was just.
It's like I can't want more to like it, and there is nothing.
I'm
there
so
for
surprised.
Not even Sigourney Weaver can do it for me.
I was going to say she's in all of them. So
she's in all of them. And so I'm shocked that you don't like it that much because, like, wow,
bro.
Wow, okay.
I have tried.
I'm so sorry, but I understand.
But I love that you guys love it so much. Every time I see there's a new one, I'm like, oh boy.
There we go.
Know we're talking about
and then the second one, you of course you already have Zoe Saldana, you have Sigourney Weaver, and Sigourney Weaver's back in the second one, and they added Kate Winslet. I'm like, just keep counting on those strong women.
Right.
Just keep doing it, man.
Well, you get Una Chaplin in the next one.
That's right. Like I said, just keep adding those women.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just.
Maybe you should start with number 2. You know the premise of number 1.
Right?
Number 2 was. I mean, number 2 was really great.
I think number 2 moved better than number 1. I think it did.
God, yes, 100%. I 100% agree with that. But number 1's nostalgic love, and number 2 was just like, wow, this was a powerhouse movie.
Well, maybe I'll try that.
It was so good.
You can borrow my copy.
Yeah, it's good. All right, so moving on to number 3, we're heading to 2003 for this one. And 'tis the season because
okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Santa's coming to town. Santa! Oh my God!
That's right, Elf. Baby, I love Elf. Elf was so good. 2003, I would have been hired by PC On Call. I was an in-home repair technician at the time. Oh no, 2003. 2003. I just started college. I started college in the spring of 2003. So I would have seen that with my family that fall and the Christmas. Oh my God. Let me tell you what. I love Elf. You keep shaking that head because I am picking out apparently I am the voice of reason tonight because Amber hates every single one of my picks.
I love
Elf.
Oh, do you? Oh, you were
Well, we
shaking
did
your
the
head like
episode together. Did you forget about the episode we just recorded on Elf? Did you
Right?
forget about that?
I was
that came out
100%
before
there.
this one? Oh, oops.
Yeah.
Oops.
No. I just like
Podcast
on a
time
top 7 list though. Like,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, because I love it that much.
Okay.
I genuinely
This
love this
list
movie.
is so John. It's
Yes.
not even funny.
Hell yeah, it is. I told y'all. Like Elf was great. I thought it was great for the time. I still think it's the best Will Ferrell movie that was ever made. It is a fantastic movie. I think it's it became an instant classic for my family. I'm like, oh, we're watching this every year. And I have. It's great. It's just a good movie to watch. I mean, like if I'm bored during July, guess what I'm watching? Elf.
It's Christmas in July.
It's Christmas in July. I'm gonna move my way onto it, right?
Right.
Okay. Number 2, we're moving to 2008. A man who became Iron and kind of helped kick off the cinematic Marvel universe, Tony Stark. I love me some Iron Man. The first
Nice.
Iron Man is so good, and the complete audacity of a man with a glass of scotch or whiskey in his hand to raise his hands up as his Jericho missile system like explodes behind him is just such a fantastic opening. I'm just like, oh my God, you're an asshole.
Yeah,
And
that sales pitch is gross.
Oh,
Right?
yes, it is. Oh, it's so good.
I thought Robert Downey Jr. was the best pick for that role. I cannot imagine anybody else playing Iron Man.
Oh, right.
He was so good at it and just kept going. And I was like, while all the Iron Man movies are not great, some of them have issues. I love the
Number
first
2.
Iron Man. Yes, you know it. I wasn't going to mention it out, but we called it out.
Number two because I love the scene at Formula One where he's got to get the case and Gwyneth Paltrow's just screaming at him like, "Are you out of your mind?"
Yeah.
I love that. Just that one scene.
No, see, the best scene in that one was when he's on top of the donut place. That's the best scene in that entire movie. The rest of the movie just.
I mean, I was deeply involved with the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe during that time, and Iron Man I thought was such a great addition to everything. I already loved Captain America, and then of course you got to get Iron Man in there, and it was such a great for me because I'm not a huge comic book fan, so I don't know how he is in the comic books, but man, that was such a great version of Tony Stark being this snark man. They should have called him Tony Snark, really, because like he was. It's just he's so full of it, and that's my kind of humor. I can jibe with that. So Iron Man makes number 2 for me.
All right,
that's right.
I'm going to point this out to Amber because I think I find it amusing. Out of his 6 so far, he has 2 directed by Jon Favreau.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, nice. Okay, awesome. So
I still just go like. But
the swingers
really?
guy?
The swingers guy?
Right.
Yeah.
Like he will just always be that guy to me. It made such an impression.
Okay, so for my honorable mentions, this is where I brought in one Disney movie. It's the one that really stuck on my list the longest, and because I really didn't want to have a Disney movie on my list at all, but one made it. Was Finding Nemo. Like I love Finding Nemo so much. And it hurt. This was the one that I wanted to be number 1 for me. But I was like, I promised myself, I'm not doing Disney this time, right? This is followed by 3 that I'm sure you all will groan at, which is Zoolander, Legally Blonde, and Bring It On.
Oh no, Legally Blonde is
Legally
like the
Blonde
greatest movie
awesome.
ever.
Yes. And so actually you've touched on a couple things. The day we found out that Mandy was pregnant with Torrance, we went and saw Finding Nemo. And
wow.
Oh my God, Dayton.
Torrance's name comes from Bring It On.
No, it doesn't.
Really? Amazing.
And I saw Legally Blonde in the theater. I love it. We watch it at least every couple years. Love Legally Blonde.
I love Legally Blonde. I mean, and only the first one. Nothing past
correct.
that, right?
Yes.
Bring It On was such a good movie. I was like, oh, this is a good movie. Like I was like,
It's-
well, I'm gonna watch
It
it.
was
Whatever.
it was a surprise. It was just
really
fun.
was.
Just
It really
fun.
was. I love Zoolander because of the ridiculousness of the entire movie. Yeah, the gasoline fight that's amazing to me every single time. But Legally Blonde is like just fantastic.
Yes. it is.
Yeah.
Fantastic
Yes.
movie.
So here's a fun note with that one. The kind of goofy, nerdy, awkward student that ends up working like her character saves him in front of the buildings, like the two girls are
Yes.
trashing him.
yeah,
Yeah.
He now directs horror films. Monkey.
really.
Yes, Osgood is his name. He
Yeah.
now has made a name for himself writing and directing horror films that have both horror and comedy in them. So yes, he went from in front of the camera. He still appears in some of them, but he's actually now a horror director and he's doing a fantastic job.
That's
Oh wow,
awesome.
that's amazing.
Yes.
Do you mean Osgood Perkins? Is that who you mean?
I think
can't
so.
remember if it's this.
Are you talking about Osgood in the movie? His movie name was
Osgood Perkins. No, Osgood Perkins.
Okay.
That's him. Yes, he's done Long Legs, The Monkey, and he was in Legally Blonde. So yes, he's,
Well, and you know who his dad is, right? Which is why he's in the horror genre so
yes,
much.
yes.
Who?
Anthony
I don't
Perkins.
know.
Anthony Perkins.
Anthony Perkins.
Oh no,
Yep.
Psycho.
Oh crap!
I didn't know he had any kids.
Holy crap!
And when you look
Yeah.
at him, you totally see it. When you look at him and you really take, you're like, oh yeah, I see
You're
it
like,
now.
yeah.
Oh, that's so
Okay.
fun. Now I gotta watch Legally Blonde again. Oh darn.
Oh my god! Okay.
Right?
Wow!
Right?
Speaking of which, Legally Blonde Broadway musical.
Oh,
There.
everybody drink. Everybody drink.
Everybody drink. So was Elf actually, and they
Yeah,
did a
everybody
great,
drink.
they did they did a really great TV version of Elf a couple years later, a stop motion, like a throwback to like Rudolph the
Oh,
Nut.
really?
But of the Broadway one, and yeah, Jim Parsons was Buddy, Mark Hamill was in it, Ed Asner was still Santa. It's really charming. It's fun. It's basically of the musical, but it's just delightful. And I think
would love to
YouTube may
see the
have it if it's
musical.
not around. What?
I'd love to see the musical for Elf. Like,
Yeah,
that
it's
would be-
called
that
well
would-
the TV one is called Elf Buddy's Musical Christmas, but
Okay.
and the Broadway one gets played all the time. La Comedia or somebody around here will do it
Okay.
every other Christmas because
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Scrooge.
Well,
this
a
year.
lot of like
It's a staple.
children's theater does it.
Yeah, it's a staple, but the
Yeah.
TV one is really charming. And I think
Okay.
you can
Well,
probably
thank
find
you for that
pretty
because I
easily.
will look that up. I
Yeah.
do like Elf and the musical is something I've always wanted to go attend. So,
There
Mhm.
you go.
all right. So number one, this is the one that I think will catch everyone off guard. I think number one for me, I don't like gore flicks at all. They're not my genre that I like. I will watch some every once in a while, but I love a good suspense horror film.
Right.
And for me, in 2004, the only one that you can think of is Saw.
Yes, very good. That's a good pick.
It's the only good one of all the series.
Agreed.
Don't watch anything past the first Saw.
Agreed.
It was suspenseful. There was a twist at the end. It was visceral. It was so good. And I because it was Carrie Elwes was Carrie
Yeah.
was
Yes.
Carrie the
Princess Bride.
oh my god, he was
Yep.
such a horror in this film.
Mhm.
I love this film so much. It just hit at the right time. It hit the right spots, and it was just like I just don't like the gore films. And this has got some gore in it, but it's
I was
not
gonna
like
say this is disgusting.
Yeah,
not
it
a
is,
gore
but
it's
not
a
and
gore
like
film.
not over the top. It's not just buckets of. I mean, it's
Right.
It's
It's
somebody
not
makes a
buckets of
decision
blood.
to escape, and they're going to do this, and you're just kind of like, I can't believe they're doing that.
Yes.
You know. But I love it. Small budget, almost
Yes.
no. I mean, like tiny sets.
There's one
not-
room basically
yeah,
that
pretty
they're in
much.
the
Yes.
whole time.
Yeah, it's one of those that you're like, you heard about it, and you're like, what? And then you watch it, you're like,
Oh my
this
god.
this was pulled off very well. And
I
yes,
watched
after
Saw
that,
2.
just stop.
Yeah, I watched Saw 2 and I was so disappointed because I was hoping for more of one and it was just a
Nope.
gore fest. So I was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
this is not. I was sorely disappointed and I was just like, I walked out. I was like, no, this is not for me at all. Period. Not for me. But Saw 1, oh my God, such a good movie.
Yes,
So-
it is.
Okay, so did that one surprise you?
That was a little bit of a surprise. I will
Okay,
admit.
good.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
All right.
I'm glad. So that's my top 7 for the 2000s. I
Alright.
thought I had a pretty good variety. Apparently they're all John movies, so we're good. I'm hitting the Captain Obvious
right.
bell really well.
Well, the good news is you only touched my honorable mentions, which is fine. Now I'm kind of curious. And
Oh, it got close, right?
Amber and I didn't overlap, so I'm pretty sure.
I know
I'm
we've
shocked.
been like
Yeah.
really in sync lately, so I
Yeah.
was wondering if
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
shocked
anything's
if you
gonna-
and Robert overlap.
Yeah, if Robert and I
Right?
overlap, then everybody hug their loved ones because the apocalypse is coming.
I'll be excited if you've heard of mine, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
always a bonus
Yes,
for me.
it is.
I've got some popular ones on here.
Spit take.
John's got
You almost got me, seriously.
beverage coming out of his nose.
Ooh, Diet Coke through the nose is not going to be happy for anybody.
All right. All right, Robert.
All right, here we go.
Everybody get comfortable. This is going to be fun.
Strap in.
Well, like John, we made our list the same way. Although to no one's surprise, there are no films that duplicate. But we did make our list the same way. I ejected all the Disney and Pixar's right off,
Right.
and any movies that we had weighed in on before, and also like John, it was kind of hard for me because I don't think of like a 2000s film as a kind of movie. Like it doesn't have like
Right.
it doesn't gel as like a decade. Like you can have 70s movies and you can like rattle off 70s movies. I'm like, what is a 2000s movie? So I had to pull out some lists too, which was great because I ended up rewatching a lot of movies I really enjoyed. But weirdly, there were a lot I liked seeing 20 years ago and I like seeing them now. But they just didn't stick with me the way that some other movies from our other list have. But the ones on my list all have stuck with me one way or the other, and are films that I have rewatched without having homework for the podcast.
Oh, I can't wait.
Anyway, here is my list. Also, like Amber, you'll notice too, a lot of my movies benefit from repeat viewings. But unlike Amber, none of my movies are from 2006. I don't know what I would.
Oh,
well,
What were
interesting.
you doing that year is a banger.
I'm trying to think back, but like I have no. I was as soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, I got to have a 2006 on here. I do not.
Oh, I have one. I have one.
Okay. Well then, yeah, very little chance of overlap. All right. So anyway,
I
my
have
number
one.
7, it is a Single Man from 2009, right at the
Okay.
edge of the thing.
That's a
Directed
good
by Tom
one.
Ford, screenplay by Tom Ford and a fellow named David Scarce, who actually is not a screenwriter. He is a. This is based on a book by Christopher Isherwood with the same title, A Single Man, and this David Scarce guy is like a lawyer who just is like obsessed with Christopher Isherwood and has lots of money. So he petitioned the Isherwood estate and said, "Can I make a film of your book?" And they said, "Sure, you can have the rights." So he wrote a screenplay. And then a couple of years later, when Tom Ford decided to kind of move out beyond fashion, where he'd been doing forever and made his name, and wanted to direct a film, he like reached out to the Isherwood estate. They said, "Well, somebody already has that book. Do you want to do something else?" And he was like, "What?" Anyway, so he using the lawyer David Scarce's screenplay, Tom Ford adapted his own screenplay from that screenplay. But at any rate, based on a novel. It is about a newly single gentleman played by Colin Firth, who got both a BAFTA and Oscar nod for this film, who has lost his longtime partner and is kind of spiraling. It is very low key. It's very modest. It's ultimately kind of a tragic film. Got a great supporting cast though. Julianne Moore plays his best friend, and Nicholas Hoult is in it. One of the first things he did. Jennifer Goodwin has a small part as well, a small role. Really interesting, but it is just you're either going to like it or not like it. It's very small, very modest. It's just kind of this guy grieving for 2 hours and contemplating suicide and kind of revisiting his life. And but it just is such a great mood and such a great feeling. And it Criterion, the streaming Criterion collection has it available if you can't find it on physical media. But and of course, Tom Ford being a fashion guy, it's a beautiful film to look at. The clothes and the environments and the decor and all that are stunning. But really lovely movie. One I've really liked ever since I saw it. But it was number 7. It's not high up on my list.
Yeah, I
number
went to
6.
it just for Colin Firth.
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
can
well,
see
okay.
What a performance he gives. But
Yeah.
if
Right.
you don't like Colin Firth, there's not much else there because
Yeah.
everybody else is on screen for 5 minutes. It's pretty much his.
Well, and then I was like, Tom Ford, what?
Yeah.
And then
Well,
second
oddly,
mention
though-
of Julianne Moore, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny. As I was working these lists, I was like, we had some 90s women. You're going to hear one name, I think, 3 times on my list just because it was kind of her decade. But anyway, number 6, from something that maybe you've all heard of to something none of you have probably heard of. The Saddest Music in the World from 2003 by Guy Madden, screenplay by Guy Madden.
That's a movie?
It's a movie. Guy Madden
Yes.
is a Canadian director. He's really, really weird, but he's also accessible. But he's also accessible, which is cool. He's not. This was actually based on randomly an idea by the novelist Kazuo Ishiguro, who wrote Remains of the Day, which was the big Anthony Hopkins film. Ishiguro had the idea for this, and the premise of the movie is that this wealthy woman decided to have a contest to see who can play the saddest music in the world, and she's going to judge it, and the winner's going to get prizes. So that was the what started, and of course they threw away what Ishiguro wrote, and they kept his idea in the premise. It's got a great cat. Isabella Rossellini is like eating up the scenery as this demented woman. She has no legs in the film. They don't explain why ever really. Well, they do, but no legs. At one point, though, she has prosthetic glass legs made that are filled with beer. It's important to the plot. Anyway, so she's tottering around on these like glass legs filled with beer. Anyway, Mark McKinney from Kids in the Hall is in it. Maria de Medeiros from a bunch of things back then. She's in it. The basic plot. So she's this wealthy beer heiress, and she decides to have this contest because she's bored. It's during the Depression, so everybody is clamoring to get any kind of money at all. And 3 different family members all enter the competition. The thing with Madden, it's not really about his plots. He films things like it's an expressionist silent movie, although they're not silent. So there's like expressionistic sets and weird camera angles, and they're in like grainy black and white. Occasionally there's like tinted scenes that are all tinted one color, or like really like weird blurry Technicolor. He is an acquired taste. This is his most accessible film. He has some that are bizarre, but really, really fun movie. It is funny. It is fast paced, and it's a great introduction to his work. It won a bunch of Canadian awards. I mean, if they count. Wow! In the U.S., he did win the Comedy Arts Festival Award for the film that year. And keeping with my Criterion theme, Criterion Collection does not have Saddest Music in the World available, but they do have 2 of his other films, My Winnipeg, which is a quasi documentary, and they also have Brand Upon the Brain, which he did as well. The bonus features in the DVD of this or Blu-ray, you need to watch it on physical media like we always do. But in this one, he also makes a bunch of short films. And in this case, they put 3 of his earlier short films, just little short, tiny little things in here. And they are fantastic. And my favorite being the one called Sissy Boy Slap Party. And I will have you seek out the DVD for the little 6-minute black and white short, Sissy Boy Slap Party. It lives up to its title.
I mean, I was going to say this movie is streaming on AMC Plus, but after that, like, do not
you've got to see the bonus features.
You must have the disc.
Yeah, always. But no, he I think he's really stylistic, like, dialed up to 12, but the movie is really accessible and really funny as well. So it's a good introduction to his films. All right, moving on. Number 5. Some of you might have seen or heard of this one. From 2005, Stay, directed by Mark Forster, who is incredibly eclectic. He did Quantum of Solace, the Bond movie. He did Finding Neverland, Monsters Ball, where Halle Berry won her Oscar, the Christopher Robin film from not too many years ago. This is from 2005, written by David Benioff, who created Game of Thrones and wrote Troy and X-Men Origins and some other things. Based on all that genre stuff and Bond and X-Men and stuff, you would not think they did this movie, but they did. It is fantastic. Ewan McGregor is one of the principal characters, along with Ryan Gosling and Naomi Watts, who is my it girl of the decade because she appears a couple more times. And it has a great supporting cast. Everybody from Bob Hoskins to Amy Sedaris is in this movie. And it is basically, the premise is that Ryan Gosling is playing this troubled young man who's having a lot of psychiatric problems, is seeing a shrink played by Ewan McGregor. And after that, I can't really describe it because you just got to see it to believe it. The film plays with reality a lot. And so there are weird transitions from scene to scene that are completely unrealistic. He'll shoot scenes where characters will be in different positions at different times, which could not be possible. But it is it was a huge bomb at the box office. It just collapsed. But I think it is utterly rewatchable because it's so filmic. It's just beautifully stylized the way it's filmed, the colors, the camera work, a lot of practical effects and special effects, but also because of the plot, which again I don't want to delve into too much. But once you watch it a second or third or fourth time, you're like, oh, and nothing. It isn't a whodunit. It isn't like a Gosford Park or something where once you know who done it, you can pick up the clues. It just keeps giving and giving on rewatches because it is so interesting, and you think you're connecting dots that maybe you're not, but you can't be sure. It is just fascinating to watch, and I this is one I own, and I will watch every couple of years just to kind of remind myself of what a fascinating vision it is, and so unlike everything else that Forster's directed.
I was going to say, I was going through his filmography and I'm like, I've seen Monsters Ball, Finding Neverland, Stranger Than Fiction, which is my favorite Will Ferrell, Quantum of Solace, World War Z, A Man Called Otto. I mean, I'm like, wow, I know so many of those movies. I've seen this one as far as I've seen pictures of it, but I've never watched it. So now I'm going to add it to my list of things to watch soon.
It's almost dreamlike. I love, like where scenes will transition from one scene to another in a way that is not remotely realistic, but in the context of the film, it like kind of makes sense. But anyway, it really, I maybe should have moved it higher up on my list because I really like this movie. Number 4, keeping with the theme of weird ass movies and playing with reality, and also Naomi Watts. We have Mulholland Drive from 2001 with Mr. David Lynch. Also wrote, also directed. That's kind of a running motif with most of my films, except for 2. Naomi Watts with the principal star. Laura Herring is in it, Justin Theroux, and a whole sideshow of people from like Chad Everett to Billy Ray Cyrus to Ann Miller in supporting roles. It's got everybody. Music, of course, by Angelo Badalamenti, Lynch's kind of musical muse. I do run hot and cold with Lynch. Some of his movies I really detest. This is one I just love. Weirdly, it was going to be a TV series after Twin Peaks kind of burnt out. He wanted to go back and try another TV show, shot a 90-minute pilot with Naomi Watts and some of these characters. And ABC Television was like, we'll pass. Like it was just not going to happen. And Lynch said, well, it's so simple. It's, quote, a love story in a city of dreams. Well, if you've seen the movie, you know that is not anywhere near what it really is. It is anyway. The basic plot: Naomi Watts plays a young wannabe actress who comes to Hollywood, and sinister David Lynch type things start happening. And again, like Stay, also this one plays a lot with the reality of who people are and what their motives are and if they even exist. And also like Stay, and not really spoilers for either of these because they're so weird, but. One actor will be playing a character, and then just sort of midway through, they're playing a different character, and it's never really explained, or what happened to the first character, or what happened anyway. Physical media. The great thing about this one on physical media is that the DVD came with an insert called David Lynch's 10 Clues to Understanding This Thriller. And it was like, watch for the red telephone. You know, I think so. It's just like these random 10 clues that actually explain nothing, but were just another layer of confusion and something to consider. But I got so excited. I watched the movie the first time. I saw it in the theater, of course, a couple of times. And I got it on DVD. Then I watched it with the little 10 clues to watch for thing. And I was like, what? It just made it weirder. But that's David Lynch for you. The movie did get a lot of nominations. Lynch got a Best Oscar nomination. He did not win for director, I should say. And Naomi Watts did win a Golden Globe for her performance in this. It didn't win a lot of the big awards, but regionally it was on a lot of like Chicago and New York and LA top 10 lists and Best Director lists. This is another one of my movies, as was Stay, I don't think I mentioned, also in the Criterion Collection. Almost all of my films have a Criterion release, so that means something at least. Anyway.
Yes, it does.
So it sounds like you really like these movies that also kind of, it feels like that's also a Lost thing. Like this weird
Yeah.
movie that
Oh, yeah.
here's your 10, like, so it sounds like you like some extracurriculars with your mysteries.
I do. Oh, and I like things that aren't just cut and dry. I like things that you can look at more than once and go. I mean,
I'm with
I
you.
love coming. I love coming back to the big blockbusters and the big set pieces that are so exciting and we all clap. But I also like a movie where every time I watch them, I'm like, what now? What? And I just can't quite figure it out because, and maybe there's nothing going on at all, but
Right.
maybe there is. And if I just watch it one more time, I'll be able to figure it out.
Right.
And so the last in my trifecta of weird ass movies that are complicated, I bring you my number 3, The Nines from 2007.
Oh, right. I know this one.
By and directed by John August, because all of my films almost were written and directed by the same person. I don't know what that means. He is also the writer of Go, which was a movie we talked about on this very podcast.
Correct.
Although this was his only time ever that he directed a film, but he also, August has also written a lot of the Charlie's Angels series, the live-action Disney Aladdin, and half of Tim Burton's movies August wrote. But this one was kind of his baby. It was a spin-off of a short film he did with Melissa McCarthy, one of the very first, well, actually her very first film ever. He did a short film called God with her that he wrote and directed. And then a few years later, they decided to kind of spin it out into an entire film. Naturally, if you have the DVD or Blu-ray, you will want to watch the short film God after you watch this one because it's a little spoilerish. But anyway, this one stars Ryan Reynolds, the other Ryan of the decade. Ryan Reynolds, Melissa McCarthy, Hope Davis, Elle Fanning has a small part. She was a little, but she has a small part. This movie is split up into basically it's 3 separate movies, 3 separate stories. All the actors appear as 3 distinct characters in each one. Reynolds is always the lead, and then McCarthy appears, and Hope Davis appears, and Elle Fanning appears. And as you watch it, you start realizing that although it is 3 completely distinct stories, and they're playing different characters, they're starting to bleed into each other in these kind of weird ways. And so again, like my other 2 previous films, well worth watching once. As it is, it transcends it being kind of a gimmicky, exploration of whatever we can do. But it actually has a really lovely emotional beat where at the end it actually is very moving, despite being kind of puzzling in the middle. It is, I just think it's so fantastic. And it's of my 3 weird movies I just gave you all, it's probably the most accessible. It is very funny and light by comparison to the other ones that are just kind of dark and inexplicable occasionally. This one is I mean, you've got Melissa McCarthy in it, so you know you're going to laugh a little bit. And Ryan Reynolds is delightful as he always is. And also just fun to watch to see them play 3 different characters. Reynolds inhabits 3 completely different parts, all really well. And this was kind of a big breakthrough movie for him, for the people who saw it, because he came out of his kind of himbo, teen idol, whatever young man parts. And this was right before he started becoming a little bit more respected and carrying his own movies and being above the title and all that. And of course, we know how he's doing these days. But anyway, The Nines is fantastic. Definitely recommend it.
So the funny thing is, out of your 5 so far, this is the only one I've seen.
I've not seen any of them. Not surprising.
I'm disappointed. I was hoping to get like a total like washout with you, Dayton, and
oh, geez, come on, give me some credit.
well, now I'm going to redeem myself, at least in John's eyes. My next 2 films are both have been seen by probably everybody. So I know. Well, but we're doing our favorites, and these are 2 of my very favorites. So they are my 2 in one spot. So number 2. Love Actually.
No.
2003.
We will be watching that soon.
Yes.
Richard Curtis, again, wrote and directed, because that's apparently how I roll. Of course, we all know it has a great all-star cast, including a marvelous Alan Rickman and Emma Thompson. Their scenes are just fantastic. Colin Firth is back because he was another guy who was having his moment. Liam Neeson is appearing. No kidnapping, just a sweet widowed dad. So a little more mellow for him. And of course, my own love, actually, Stephen would be furious if I did not mention Rowan Atkinson. I love Rowan. And in fact, Richard Curtis, who was the writer and director of this, wrote and directed much of Blackadder, the Rowan Atkinson series, which is is so fantastic. If you have not seen Blackadder, get
Oh,
yourself.
please
to
Oh
go
my
watch it.
gosh. Yes.
And of course, and the Disney connection. We have Ferb appears in this film.
yes.
Yes, you have
Baby Ferb.
you have two characters from Phineas and Ferb because his little crush also appears on that
Mhm.
show as well. So yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
So explain to me why this is a good movie.
This is a good
I've
movie.
never seen no. Listen, I've never seen this before. I've never watched it. And I understand that it's kind of a Christmas movie, I guess. Like
yes,
right?
it takes
Okay.
place over
Yes.
the week of Christmas.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So why should I go watch this movie?
Well, I will tell you. And
Thank
it's
you.
interesting you brought that up because it is super divisive. People love this movie or they hate it. And then there's you who never saw it. I don't know where you were that weekend. Everyone else
It's okay.
saw it.
No, it's all good.
And it was, to your point, it was shut out of all the awards. Everyone was just like, this movie's too popular, it's too fun, it got too many stars. We're going to turn our back on it because we're going to be posh. So poor thing got no awards. But no, it is a bunch of interwoven stories. It is charming. It is moving. It is you go from a very poignant scene to a very slapsticky scene to a very kind of silly scene.
One of the arguably most romantic pairings is a completely absurd setup with Martin Freeman, and I don't know who the actress is.
Yes,
but
she's
theirs
adorable though.
is like the most adorable romance of the whole
Yes.
movie.
Well, and then you've got Colin Firth with the, I think she's Portuguese. I believe.
Portuguese, yes.
Yeah. And I remember when I saw this in the theater, when they finally got together at the end, the whole audience like cheered.
Yes.
I mean, it's just,
Okay.
it is, most feel-good movies also make you want to like, vomit. But this one,
I'll watch this tomorrow.
Movie that really does make you feel good. It is just delightful. Now, again, get your DVD. That's one of my drum beats for this episode or your Blu-ray.
I have it.
Lots of deleted scenes, and the one section that got deleted that the writer-director was upset about, there was actually a gay love story, lesbian love story worked into the film as well. And some of the characters appear, but their story, their little storyline, did not make the final cut because the movie was so long, and Richard Curtis felt so bad about it that he wanted to be sure they could be seen.
Nice.
If you were a fan of this movie, and as said, it is just delightful all the way through. Laura Linney will break your heart. I mean, it's got everything.
Emma Thompson will break your heart.
Oh, worst scene of a movie ever. I'm gonna do an Amber now and cheer up just thinking about that damn scene. But anyway,
Damn.
but if you haven't, be sure and find Red Nose Day, actually, from 2017.
Yes.
The Red Nose charity is a British charity they've been doing for years where comedians and people raise money for charities in the UK. Red nose, like a clown's nose. And so in 2017, Richard Curtis wrote a little 20-minute short film that brought back basically the entire cast, showing where the characters were now 13 years later.
Oh, wow.
And there's two versions of it because Laura Linney was not available when they did one of them. So for when it aired on American television, they filmed an extra scene with Laura Linney and a surprise guest that appear in that one. Though if you are looking for Emma Thompson, she does not appear in either cut. Alan Rickman had just passed away, and no one could even, Richard Curtis, Emma, no one could even discuss even going into his storyline because it would just, they were all so devastated. So Emma does not come back, but pretty much everybody else comes back from the original film, and it is hilarious and a fun little coda to see where did they all end up 20 years later, or 14
That's
years
so
later. But
cool.
anyway,
Right.
so that was my number 2. So I went from obscurity
That's such a
to
good choice.
I will be watching that tomorrow. I'm seriously
good.
I'll watch that tomorrow. I'm looking at this cast going how did I not watch this? Right?
Right.
This seems. I will watch this tomorrow. Promise. Honest to God, I will watch this tomorrow.
I'll want to report. But
Okay.
No. So I have one single runner-up that bounced into my list in and out and then went away. But I kept realizing I was trying to force it in because I wanted to, and I did. It isn't really deserving. But I was looking at Being Julia from 2005, which is was not well received, was not a big picture, but it was a complete star vehicle for Annette Bening, supported by Jeremy Irons. And they're two of my favorite actors. They both did a lot of great work in that decade, but usually in supporting roles. And she plays a slightly aging actress. It's set in the 1930s, and there's a young whippersnapper coming up behind her. And anyway, it is lovely, but it's basically just lovely because Annette Bening and Jeremy Irons get to ham it up for 2 hours. But I mean, unless you're into either one of them, you don't need to watch it. So that got dumped off my list. But I have so many other honorable mentions. I'm going to race through really fast because I'd forgotten how much I love some of these movies. But
here comes Robert's lawyer voice. We're about to read off a dozen movies.
Yes, yeah. Well, the thing is that a lot of these, though, I admired them so much, but again, as I said at the beginning, they didn't stick with me. They didn't have that resonance. I don't watch them over and over. But watching them again, I was like, gosh, this was so good. How have I not seen this in 20 years? So I'm just going to blast through these: Zodiac, Synecdoche, New York, Little Miss Sunshine, In Bruges, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Robert Downey, come on, King Kong, Naomi Watts again. And I Heart Huckabees. They all in an alternate universe, any of those might have been on my list, or I could have just stolen Amber's list. But in this case, I came up with my own list. But loved all. Don't worry,
Robert. I got one of you covered on one of those. I got you covered on one of those.
Well, I rewatched all of them since we pitched this episode and went, gosh, this is really good. Gosh, this is really good. But none of them quite had that connection to me where I just wanted to rewatch it like I have on my list. Yeah. So number one, it is my number one. It is probably the most accessible, or almost most accessible. For me, almost the most enjoyable, maybe tied with number two, was Love Actually. And this is the movie that got to be number one, probably because it was the one I waited for the longest. This is, drum roll please, the musical Chicago from 2002.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yes.
With I mean, don't say I'm always eclectic now. Come on, it's got 12 Oscar nods. It won 6, including Best Picture. Come on. Anyway, no, directed by Rob Marshall, who also directed Into the Woods and Mary Poppins Returns, which were both great, and then things like 9, which were unwatchable. He's not my favorite director, but he cracked this one, so I will give him props for that. Bill Condon, who I love so much from Gods and Monsters, which we've talked about before, and will be getting its own episode next year. Bill Condon wrote the screenplay and cracked what was basically a very vaudevillian, non-linear almost stage play, and took it and made it filmic, which was amazing for him. Renee Zellweger, of course, was fantastic in that. Catherine Zeta-Jones got her Oscar. Richard Gere, Queen Latifah, it's got all kinds of people in it. This was one, I saw the original Broadway thing when I was in high school and just fell in love with it. It was a Bob Fosse musical. It was one of his most famous. Huge, big deal. They were going to make it a film in the 80s. At one point, one of my favorite directors, he's on my top 7 directors list, Ken Russell, was going to direct it starring Madonna.
That would have been such a mess.
What? Interesting. Yeah.
No, it would have been the best film ever, or just like unwatchable garbage. Anyway, and then for about 2 years, they were like a day away from shooting with Liza Minnelli and Goldie Hawn in the 2 roles when they were both at kind of the peak of their stuff there. And that fizzled out. And for almost, no lie, 25 years, they were like, oh, we're going to start filming in Chicago. We finally have a script. We finally have a star. So finally, the anticipation was killing me. But when it came out, I thought it was a pretty darn perfect adaptation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Weirdly, I did not think to mention it in my State to Screen YouTube short, which you guys can all watch. I have 7 other things that went from great plays to great movies, and somehow this one just slipped right out of my mind. I think it is. Well, I think it is such a good film.
Yes.
I don't connect it back to the play in the same way that some of them on that list I did. But I just think this movie, I went in with my arms crossed, impatient, not sold on the casting, and came out of it saying this movie is great. I
was
nice.
like, Renee Zellweger, what? And this is my parent of the year award, because listened to that soundtrack so much in the car, and so my little 2-year-old baby boy was in the back seat going, you ran into my knife 10 times.
His first words, put it on a sampler. Yeah. I gotta say, the cast album, I will never listen to the cast album. I stick with my Broadway ladies, either the original with Gwen Verdon and Peter Rivera, or even the revival with Bebe Neuwirth, who can do no wrong in my eyes. I mean, but so the cast album is its own thing. I think this is not the best sung version of this, but wow, what a great movie. So that is how I end my list. On something that I can finally be able to say that all of you have probably seen. So I don't get to say that very often.
Yeah,
So.
we saw this twice in the theater. We saw it once in the actual theater and then once at the drive-in. We own a copy. We've watched it multiple times, and we're actually going to see it in person. I guess Broadway or off-Broadway production of it when it comes to town. So we already have our tickets for that. So.
Oh, nice!
I love it. It's fantastic. It's absolutely. I'll probably see you there.
Yeah, you will.
All right. Yeah, it started weird, but finished very, very accessible.
Finished strong.
I kind of made a left turn there right at the end. I wanted to throw you off. Just so he's like, could he get weirder? No, I'm not going to get weirder. I'm going to get accessible. Anyway.
All right. So my list. So like John and Robert, I kicked out any films we've reviewed. We've done quite a few from the 2000s, surprisingly, and no Disney films. Like you guys. I also kicked out all the action blockbusters. John actually touched a few of my honorable mentions in his list. When I started going through my films, I started like looking them up, going through our collection, because it always has to be ones I own. Because if I don't own it, I obviously don't love it. So if I brought it up, I'm like, oh, I don't own it, it gets off the list. So I must have had like 20 or 30 films pulled out of our collection. And then I started going, how many times we watch this? Does it still resonate with me all these years later? Do I love the directors? Do I love the cast or whatever? And when I started to whittle it down, it took on a very independent film almost vibe, very small budgets, very character and character driven, very dialogue driven. There's also some that are very, they deal with some serious subjects, but also inject humor. And a lot of young filmmakers at the time, like this is only their second or third films, and the ones I picked generally got their name recognized. So, and I have one film that's completely unlike the other 6. So literally one of these things is not like the other. And that is actually where we're going to start. My number 7, from the mind of J.J. Abrams when he was on vacation in Japan. Well, not vacation. He was promoting Mission Impossible 3 in Japan and decided, you know what? America needs its own monster movie. Yes, we've made Godzilla remakes. We don't have our own. So, written and directed by Abrams' Creative Trees. And like I said, nothing like anything else on my list. Cloverfield was released January 18th, 2008 on a budget of only $25 million. Box office of $172 million. Like I said, he was inspired by all the Godzilla merchandise he saw when he was in Japan. And his son was there with him. He's like, we're going to make our own movie. This film was written by Drew Goddard, Cabin in the Woods, World War Z, The Martian, Project Hail Mary.
So nice.
Seriously. And then directed by Matt Reeves, Let Me In, Dawn and War of the Planet of the Apes, and The Batman. And gave life back to the found footage subgenre. Now, we covered Blair Witch Project.
There's not enough Dramamine in the world.
Yeah, well, it doesn't bother me. I love it. But what's amazing about this is it starts off as a going party for somebody. And this guy's tasked with filming the party. Well, then a giant explosion, earthquake, whatever. And then New York City just turns into a war zone. And it's fantastic in the slow way the monster is revealed. The shot of the head of the Statue of Liberty flying through and landing was just amazing. And it's just the way it uses the city, the way it uses the surroundings, going into the subway and, trying to get across the bridge and all this other stuff, and using the locations to create tension. The whole, like when they're actually going through the subway to try to escape to get to the next platform, terrifying. It's one of those movies that they do such a great job creating fear and giving us enough information to get to like the characters and know the characters. And it combines a giant monster film with found footage, and it was so successful. One of the little details I love, the runtime is 85 minutes, the same length of most mini DV cassettes, which is technically what this was shot on. I think that is just fantastic. The success of the film launched two filmmakers' careers, as I mentioned, Matt Reeves and Drew Goddard, as well as a franchise. The sequels, 10 Cloverfield Way is really cool. The other one, but I know this movie gets a lot of hate. I don't care. It was something different, and I think it was creative, and I think they did everything right. And yes, Mandy can't watch this either, Amber, so I understand.
I mean, I would love to. I love JJ, and I would love to watch it, but I got like 10 minutes in and was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die."
Yeah, I know a lot. Yeah, there was a lot of people that were getting sick, just like they did in the Blair Witch Project. So I understand. It's fine.
I will say I like
but,
this one
Blair
much.
Witch doesn't bother me, but this one,
Interesting, really.
Yeah.
I liked this one more than I did the Blair Witch.
Makes sense.
I think Blair Witch at the time, because I watched Blair Witch in the theater, and I think there was so much hype for it that I thought, oh my god, this is gonna be so good. And I was like, this is such a fake piece of bullshit. And then I watched Cloverfield, and I was like, while this might be fake and found footage, it's way better done than Blair Witch was.
Well, bigger budget.
Yeah,
30,000 to 25 million. Yeah, so
admittedly, yeah, I understand that. I just was like,
and like I said, you have Abrams as producer, and you have Goddard, and so you had a creative team that knew what they were doing.
100%.
But we also have a whole Blair Witch episode.
Yes, on Patreon.
I will tell you why you're wrong.
That's fine. I mean, you always tell me how I'm wrong.
By now, you figure be used to it. All right. Moving on to my number six. Right. Moving on to my number 6. Another new-ish director of the 2000s, Alfonso Cuarón. This film actually has my biggest budget of all the films on my list. Children of Men, based on the book of the same name.
I had that for a long time.
It's so good.
Oh, it's so good.
Based on the book by the same name by P.D. James, released Christmas Day of 2006 on a budget of $76 million, which is, like I said, more than any other of the films on my list, and only had a box office of $70 million. This dystopian action thriller shows us a world where there is truly no future and how it impacts working class and poor especially. As depressing as much of the film is, Cuarón keeps us interested by giving us some solid action sequences, especially when Julianne Moore, once again being mentioned, gets shot, and then also gives us characters that make it fun, and it becomes a mystery. It becomes like, almost like a road film, and at some points it's an action film, and he juggles all these different characters, and like I said, watching it feels almost too real, and then but he manages to leave us at the end feeling very hopeful. And the character at the very beginning of the film that seems like he just doesn't care about anything shows that there is still good left in him, and it's just such a good movie. Clive Owen, I'm not a huge fan of his, but man, he really was fantastic in this. And oh my god, just so good. Sorry, Children of Men. It's one of those sci-fi action ones that most people haven't seen, and they're doing themselves a disservice. Now,
watch it for the reverse chase scene.
Oh my god, it is so amazing!
Like,
Jesus.
Even if that's the only reason why you watch it, because you've heard that there's this chase scene, and you get the whole rest of the great movie to go with it.
Yes, it's just amazing that whole sequence, and it's so intense. But yes,
Clive Owen, interestingly, also in Gosford Park.
Yeah, there you go.
You can do a double feature. Yep. 2 completely different
movies. Yes, very much so. Now, side note with Cuarón, my opinion and my wife's opinion as well, he did give us the best Harry Potter film with his direction of The Prisoner of Azkaban, by far and away the best of all of the Harry Potter movies. So, love Cuarón, love Gravity. He's a talented director. Mm-hmm. So, all right. My number 5. This is my first and favorite film from Wes Anderson, The Royal Tenenbaums. Yes.
Okay.
Released December 14th, 2001 on a budget of $21 million, box office of 102. Stellar cast. That includes Gene Hackman, and probably one of my favorite roles of his. The lovely Angelica Houston, Danny Glover, Bill Murray, Gwyneth Paltrow, Luke and Owen Wilson, and Ben Stiller in one of the few films I actually like his performance in. So anyway, this quirky and character-driven film makes use of the talented actors. Anderson's vision is all over the place. I love the use of the book and like he's telling a story. The soundtrack is terrific and is well placed and well used. I saw it in the theater when it was released and fell in love with it instantly. The score from another quirky person of the film was done by Mark Mothersbaugh of Devo. So go think about that for just a minute. This is the same guy that does the score for the Rugrats. But yes, I love this movie. It's one of those that it's so unusual, and I love the characters. I love how the story unfolds and how awful of a character Hackman plays. He is just awful. So and yet he does redeem himself by the end of the film, and it's weird. And I remember talking about it with somebody else when it was over, and they're like, "I didn't get it." I'm like, "I'm sorry you didn't, because I love this friggin' film."
Wes Anderson's one of those people, you either get it or you don't.
Yes.
And this is not my favorite of his, but I do love it.
Yes, with his also, I do get hot and cold. Like some of them I do really enjoy. Like The Life Aquatic put me to sleep every single time I watched.
Oh my gosh.
I can't even, But it's like I think he goes like a really good and then kind of mediocre, and then really good and then kind of mediocre, back and forth. But anyway,
yeah.
But yeah,
what I love of his lately, I did love his Roald Dahl short stories. I think they're on Netflix.
Yes,
and he did 4 Roald Dahl short stories as short films, and some of it is usual stock company, but then like Benedict Cumberbatch is in one of them, and Ralph Fiennes is in one of them. But they are just wonderful.
Well, and he did Fantastic
Mr. Fox,
which
yes,
I just adore.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he was actually doing that at the same time he was directing another one of his other films. So that's called multitasking.
Right.
All right.
Well,
okay, fantastic. Go ahead.
Tom Hanks was gaining weight or losing weight. He went off and
That's not even whatever. Moving on. All right. On to my number 4. The film with the smallest budget of all my films on the list of only $150,000. The modern day musical Once. It won the Best Song Oscar, making it the cheapest film ever to win an Oscar. It also has the youngest person ever to win a non-acting Oscar. Written and directed by John Kerry and starring Glenn Hansard of The Commitments and Markita Egorova, released in 2007. Original songs were all written by Hansard and performed by both him and Egorova. Shot on the cheap without permits, which is fantastic. Only available lighting and practically no crew. Just the scene where they're doing Falling Slowly in the music shop makes me cry. Every single time I watch that scene, I start to tear up.
Well, it's such a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful song.
God.
And just the relationship, it takes place over 7 days, and it's a romance, and they start falling in love with each other. But he's getting ready to go back to England, back to his girlfriend, and her husband is coming to live with them in Dublin. And you want them to get together. You desperately want to get it, but you know it's not. And it breaks my heart every time. One of my favorite scenes is when she goes to buy the battery. She's still in her pajamas because she couldn't sleep. She has a CD of some music he gave her, and she's going to write lyrics for it. So she writes the lyrics. The CD dies. So she goes and buys batteries. On her way back from the convenience store with the batteries and the CD player, she's singing the lyrics she wrote. And it's almost like one complete shot all the way back to her apartment. I love it. Only using streetlights to light the shots. It's beautiful. And the whole section when they're recording the songs in the studio, I love this movie. It is so amazing. I just can't even. The soundtrack is fantastic. I own the CD, of course, of the soundtrack because it's wonderful. Yes. And it's just one of those. I watched it again in time for this, and I had to watch it again because I'm like, this is so good. And I love, like, he was doing a lot of long shots, so that way when Hansard was playing on the street, nobody would see the camera, so that way he couldn't get in trouble for shooting without a permit. So it's really fun. I love it. Guerrilla filmmaking at its best. Oh, so good. All right.
I just couldn't get over when I first saw it that Glenn Hansard is outspan in The Commitments, and I'm like, That dorky guy with the guitar, like what?
I know, and his experience with that almost kept him completely away from making films. So, because he did not go well, but this one,
Yeah.
we were lucky he went and did this one.
Yeah.
So,
And Robert, I believe this became a Broadway musical as well.
I wasn't going to say this time, but yes, it did.
You were just going to let it go?
I'm shocked.
It was really good. It was really lovely. It was, but it wasn't as good as the movie, which sometimes does happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we still drink if Amber mentions it?
I'm out, so I can't.
Oh.
All right. On to my number 3. It's actually one that Robert mentioned in his honorable mentions. It is Little Miss Sunshine.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's not the one I thought it was going to be.
A road trip film like no other in recent history. It perfectly combines serious topics like dysfunctional families, depression, suicide, societal expectations of beauty, and self-acceptance with a healthy dose of humor. Released July 2006. Expertly directed by husband and wife team Jonathan Dayton, and Valerie Ferris, best known for their work making music videos, and cleverly written by Michael Arndt, who wrote Toy Story 3, The Hunger Games Catching Fire, to name just a few, on a small budget of only $8 million, box office of 101, 4 Oscar nominations, including Best Actor, Best Picture, a stellar cast including Greg Kinnear, Toni Collette, Paul Dano, Steve Carell, Alan Arkin, and the lovely little talented Abigail Breslin. It's filled with raw emotion, captivating characters, and the twists and turns. Like when Paul Dano's character realizes he can't be a pilot, that scene rips my heart out. Oh my God, his meltdown. And then the only person that gets him to come back to the van is his little sister. And it's just so sweet. And how they help her during the beauty show at the very end, during Little Miss Sunshine.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome. And the fact that they have to push the van just to get it started every single for half the movie is just hilarious. I love this film. And honestly, it was Mandy that brought it to my attention to watch. So thank you, Mandy, for making me watch this. We just absolutely adore this film. And one of these days I will get my own little yellow micro bus VW. I've always wanted one, and this gives you even more reason to get one because.
Yeah.
All right. My number 2. This film has the best dialogue of all of my films. Here are some quotes from the movie. So what's the prognosis? Fertile Myrtle, Midas, or Plus? I don't know. It's not seasoned yet. I'll take one of these. Nope. There it is. That little pink plus sign is so unholy. And then she shakes the pregnancy test. That ain't no Etch-a-Sketch. This is one doodle can't be undid, home skillet. I'm sorry. Hilarious. Rainn Wilson delivers those lines perfection. Now, gets even better. Once the character's deciding to give her baby up for adoption, she says, I could like have the baby and give it to someone who like totally needs it. You should look in the penny saver. They have ads for parents. Yeah. Desperately seeking spawn. Oh my God. This quirky film looks at teen pregnancy in such a different way that we've never seen before. Amazing performances from Michael Cera, Elliot Page, then Ellen Page, Jason Bateman, Jennifer Garner, J.K. Simmons, and the national treasure that is Allison Janney. A strong complimentary soundtrack for sure. References to rock music from the year 1977, just saying. Intriguing and likable characters, and a gallon of Sunny D. Released December 5th, 2007, directed by Jason Reitman. Yes, the son of Ivan Reitman. Written by Diablo Cody on a budget of only $6.5 million, nothing, and a box office of $232 million. Most successful film on my list, by the way. Nominated for 4 Oscars and 1 Best Original Screenplay. Completely well-deserved. Received critical acclaim, making it on many, many top 10 lists from that year. This film is funny, moving, quirky, delightful, glorious, and any other complimentary words you can think of. One of the biggest surprises of that decade. This film is absolutely perfect.
I have the soundtrack, but I have never seen the movie.
You've never seen Juno?
No, I've listened to the soundtrack like a million times, but it's on the Hulu. So
sure. All right. Honorable mentions, as you mentioned, Avatar, The Bourne Identity, Mission Impossible 3, and V for Vendetta, which we will be doing an episode on later in 2026. So that's why it's not on my list. It is a very good one. Very good one. Okay. My number 1 It seems fitting that my number one shares an actress that was in my number one from 1990s. Anybody want to roll make a guess? Anyway, the film Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, starring my number one
Nice.
celebrity crush, Kate Winslet, and Jim Carrey in his best film performance, in my opinion. Written by Charlie Kaufman, love him. Directed by Michael Gondry on a budget of 20 million, box office of 74 million. Mandy and I actually did see this in the theater. It was released in March 19th of 2004. It uses elements of psychological drama and science fiction and nonlinear narrative to explore nature of memory and love. Another stellar cast with strong performances, definitely character driven.
100%.
Oh my God. This film is far and away the most creative film on my list, most clever in its unfolding of the narrative on my list, and it is the smartest and most heartwarming and heart-wrenching on my list. If you don't like this film, you're wrong. Just you're wrong.
I have only seen it once and I can't. I can't.
It's so well,
it's so sad. I just can't.
But it's also so well put together. Like at the beginning of the movie, when he goes out to his car and there's that dent in his car and he's pissed. He leaves that note on his neighbor's thing. At the end of the movie, you find out why the dent is there. You're just like, it was such a simple thing. It was such a clever thing. And the heartbreak when, oh my God. The Clementine is just so easy to fall in love with. You completely understand why he loves her, and then you completely understand why he's heartbroken. And Jim Carrey manages to show us so many raw emotions and so much heartbreak. And the scene when they're erasing his memory and getting drunk and partying and everything else, I'm like, you people are horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But you're like, I totally believe that would happen. So Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind is absolutely fantastic. And as perfect as my last picture, Juno. So I love this. So my wife even guessed, she goes, your number one has Kate Winslet in it, doesn't it? I said, yes, it does.
Nice.
She
knows you, sir.
She does very well. So, so if you haven't seen a lot of these movies, which I guess you probably haven't, our listeners have a lot of homework to do.
A lot.
A lot of
It's so enjoyable.
Except for my list. So it's only got 3 people's worth of lists.
Yours is very accessible, John. You should be happy with that. You should be happy with that.
Yeah, I'm accessible.
Well, that was
like
fun.
A notch and a curb,
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my gosh, these were good lists. I've actually got some movies that I watched coming up because I've written down a lot of your movies that I've not seen before. I promise Love Actually will be tomorrow.
It's fun. It's a perfect time of year to watch it.
Yeah.
And I love the scene when he's dancing to the Pointer Sisters.
Okay.
Just so
I
fun.
will try and keep all of this in mind tomorrow when I'm watching this movie.
It's hard to miss.
It's really just a friendly little warning that if you come back at us with, it's okay. Like all 3 of us are going to collectively,
I mean, it's one of those movies that has problems, but you don't care because it's so much fun.
Yeah,
you know
I
mean,
this like revisionist people, trashing it because of whatever storyline they don't like, and I'm like, look, it's adorable. Just take it for what it is. Like,
it's not like it's not Shakespeare. It's literally just let's have fun with this. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's what I'm looking for. You know me. I mean, look at my list. I mean, I'm always looking for the fun. So I will honestly give this a good try. I mean, like, I know that I say okay to a lot of movies, but okay is still okay. I tell that to students all the time. If you get a C for a class, a C is still a passing grade, and that's okay. That's what I'm saying about most of these movies. When I say okay, there's nothing wrong with the movie. It's just, it's okay for me. Like, y'all gotta listen to the English language. It's okay.
Okay. All right.
So, but tomorrow I will definitely do this. And when you post this up, Dayton, I will actually put a comment out to say, hey,
to let our listeners know.
Yes, to let our listeners know.
We'll see how that goes. Because if he puts okay for it, it was like, okay, whatever. hey, John, Weird Al, he's okay.
Yeah,
he's okay.
I'm it's okay that you don't like, the most perfect music in the universe. It's fine. I mean, and that's your decision.
I didn't say I didn't like him. That's not true.
I know that's not true, but he's coming out again next year.
I know he is.
Wait to see him on tour again.
All right.
I was just going to ask. So, how do you feel about, say, fine vis-a-vis okay? If I say, Weird Al, he's fine. Is that better or worse than okay?
It doesn't hurt me.
Just...
It honestly, it doesn't hurt me like it hurts you guys when I say it's okay, because I understand that is not your genre of music at all. And I'm sure he probably has some music that you like more than others, but it's fine. It doesn't hurt me.
No one is trying to hurt you. I don't think. I mean,
I feel like I hurt you guys when I say in Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
It seems very dismissive. Okay,
it does.
Seems very dismissive.
It's not dismissive. It's just it's fine. It's okay. I mean, like, it's not a bad movie. I've never said.
Sorry. If you give a movie a C, that to me sounds like you just don't like it because it's because D is a passing grade too.
C is average,
and
it's just an average movie to me. That's what I'm saying when I say it's okay. It's average. It's not my favorite movie. I would put Random Hearts at probably an F. I mean, like, that's
that's fair.
I would but you see, here's the thing. I would put Blade Runner at the same level.
And see, that's where you're wrong. Anyway,
I don't even like Blade Runner, but I wouldn't give it an F.
It is not my movie for me. I just did not like it.
But so something that's incompetent, does that get lower than an F for you? Because you don't have to like something, but like Blade Runner at least is competent. There's movies that are like.
Apparently, RV is incompetent for Amber because, like, you guys scoff at me every time I.
Dumpster fire. Don't even get me.
See, and there you go. She wouldn't even give it an okay. It's a dumpster fire. I've never done that for any movie that you guys have talked about. I've never called it a dumpster fire.
Because our movies are dumpster fire.
I don't talk about movies like that.
Yeah, our movies are never dumpster fires.
Even the bad movies we love episode, my
next year we're changing
good.
something to RV. We're changing something to RV.
Oh, like hell we are. He'll be alone on that episode.
You can do a YouTube video of 7 reasons why RV doesn't suck.
Okay, I'll do that. I will. You know what? I'll do that, and I'll do that at home, so I'm not using my professional studio, just to show you how much it doesn't suck. It's Robin Williams. Let's start there. I mean, there's a reason just to watch it. Robin Williams.
Was human. He wasn't like infallible.
He wasn't perfect. He kept taking paychecks.
Like, yeah.
I collected paychecks. I was just saying, it was a great movie.
Wow.
And we're out. Okay. No. So, all right.
Hey, if it was made in 2000, I would have picked that movie. I'm not gonna lie.
You can put it on that our top 7 bad movies we love part 2.
I'm on there. That's the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so I want to thank everybody.
I am kidding.
You. Thank you, John, for being here and making it weird.
I love being here.
Thank you, Amber.
Thank you. It was a hoot.
And thank you, Robert.
Thank you again.
And I'd like to thank our listeners for putting up the last 15 minutes of this episode.
It's fine. It's okay.
We're good. Hey,
it's okay.
Dayton can edit, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving it all in just so you can so you can comment on John. Leaving it all in. Anyway.
Tell me why I'm right that RV is a great movie.
So on social media, we are on Facebook, Blue Sky, and Twitter, and let us know what your 7 films from the 2000s would be. Hop on over to Patreon to support the podcast for as little as $1 a month. You get exclusive content over there. And for even more content, hop on to our YouTube channel. Upcoming episodes, January is Sci-Fi Movie Month once again.
Yes.
We are reviewing 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Capricorn 1, and Flash Gordon. And our Patreon for that month is the Doug Liman directed sci-fi action film Edge of Tomorrow. Do yourself a favor and watch more movies. Remember, physical media is better than streaming. The Docking Bay 77 podcast is produced and edited by Dayton Johnson. Recorded with Rode Pod mics, the Zoom PodTrack P4, and edited on Audacity. Opening music provided by Eric Jason Brock. You can find him on YouTube and Bandcamp. Thank you for listening.
Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you. Will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea.